Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel. Today, it's the last book haul of 2023. So it's hard to believe that the year has gone. I've sold some good stuff this year, found some good stuff. It's all in all, I think it's been a pretty good 2023 for me. I hope it has been for you and your family. But hey, I'm just going to show you what I found. I got a really eclectic mix here for the end of the year. And a couple that I think are just so cool, so I can't wait to show them to you. So before I jump in, I want to say thanks for the channel support. We broke 6,000 subscribers this year, a couple months ago, like end of October, or in November time frame. So who knows? I mean, could we possibly, 2024 could be the year that we break 10,000. I don't know. I think sometimes this stuff is non-linear, on the YouTube, subscriber front. And if it is, that's great. But hey, you guys keep watching. I look forward to your comments. You hit the likes, help feed the YouTube engine, and you guys keep watching. I'll keep doing these. We'll just see what happens, and we'll continue 2024 together, right? We'll grow, find good stuff, learn, and keep doing things. So let's just jump in. I'll show you what I got. All right, so this first one, it's only one, and there's a whole series of these. I've never seen these, but it's CADs. And you see it's like it's computerized attack defense system. And, I'm not sure. I mean, this looks like great 70s stuff, right? I paid a quarter for this. I actually see this one listed for 16 bucks. This is actually 1986. It's first printing. It's the number 3. You can see it's a series. I see these selling individually for only $5 or $6, but I thought it was cool. Just kind of the retro kind of stuff, I'm not gonna read it. I've got my reading stack is so high on other stuff I'm reading. It's crazy, but I might just list it for like $10, and somebody might need it to finish it. I've never run across this series before, but I think that's pretty cool. All right, this next one's it's books number. So again, I got these for a quarter a piece, and it's this Doomsday Warrior. I mean, yeah, look there. It's always Doomsday. You've got a lot of these. You got the John Stone, the Ashes. You've got the Executioner. You've got a lot of these series. I don't know anything about Doomsday Warrior, but for a quarter a piece, I find these when people are selling them as 2 or 3. I got multiple sold comps on these where people are selling 2 and they're selling for like $12. I may put these 3 together and ask like $14.99, and then I can do a best offer, see what happens. So, okay, this one was kind of funny to me. I have sold this before in different variations, and it's one to look out for. The red car. You can see the car. It's by this Don Stanford. And this paperback, believe it or not, sells between $35 and $50. There's some variations of this paperback that can bring up to like $60 or $70. I've sold this before. And what's funny about it, it's a smaller paperback. You can just tell it's just a little bit shorter than like a standard paperback. But in the store I was in, they had a little bitty box, and it said small books, and it had some books that are smaller in this and in this box, and this one was in the back, and I saw the small books. I'm like, what's in here, right? But I've sold this before. Sold comps $35 to $50. That's really amazing, and I paid 50 cents for it, so that's gonna be a great return on a little paperback. All right, this next one I was kind of stoked about too. It's I paid $3 for it, but it's a copy of Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged. It's one of those books that a lot of people put on their list that changed their life, right? It's got, it's a little ratted out on the edge wear on the dust jacket. This is not a first edition. Man, I wish it was. But you see it's price clipped there on the dust jacket. No names or anything. I paid $3 for it. Let's erase that out. And you can go here on the copyright page. It's a 13th printing. 1957 13th printing. You can see that it says that there, right? I've got sold comps on eBay 15th printing, 18th printing, 40, 50 bucks in similar condition, okay, with edgeware. I'll probably list this for $49.99, maybe $59.99, see what happens. But hey, it's cool. Whenever you see it, always look for it. One of these days, you know, I've bought this before. There was one that turned out to be a book club edition, but it didn't have some of the markings, and I thought I had scored a first edition, and that's a couple thousand bucks for that one, maybe 1,500. Yeah, it wasn't, but one of these days I'm going to run into it. Okay, here's one. Remember a few weeks ago, I found all those books on seashells and calories. The same place had a couple more out. This Olive Shells of the World. I've got sold comps on this one. One sold on eBay for $29.99, $29.95. This one's got a little cover tear there. I think I can list this for $25 and sell it pretty good. Then there's this Australian calories that it was the same exact place, same exact shelves. I think they just put these out new. I paid $4, $5 for this one. Paid $4 for this one. Okay. I don't have sold comps on it. It's like $200 on Amazon. Again, I think this is going to be a $70 or $80 book. We'll see. It's probably going to sit there for a while, but I'm okay with that, for that kind of return on profit. Let's see. Oh, got a few textbooks. I know they're boring to look at on a video, but you know the price on them is kind of exciting. And textbooks, again, I said this over and over, you know, there's new stuff, there's old stuff, sometimes there's keystone stuff. There's certain subject matter that I always key on, and one of those is anything dealing with vibration analysis. This could be, it'll say vibration in the title. You know, there's like high pressure, there's nonlinear, there's all these things, but anything that says vibration, I typically will at least look at it, right? It's not always a win, but this one, I've seen this one listed. I'm gonna send this one into Amazon, and I see prices on Amazon $25 to $60, and I paid $2 for it. What's funny is it was at a bookstore at one point for $44. I paid $2 for it, and it's going to bring. I think it's legitimately on Amazon will be in that $40 to $50 range, so kind of like what it was originally. But it's something just to remember. You know, textbooks, you just really have to look them up unless you've sold it before. It can be real hit or miss. But vibrations, remember anything on vibration analysis, you know, it's a good topic. Another technical book, it's actually a paperback, div, grad, curl, and all that. This is differential operators. If you know, divergence, gradient, curl, it's, you know, curls like you take the derivative of a vector in the XYZ space. It's, if you ever studied electromagnetics, you had like Maxwell's equation. They're in integral form, but they're much more succinct in you know, vector form, you know, where, you know, you might have like the divergence of the magnetic field equals 0 or something like that. Real succinct, but this is a $40 book, okay, for nerd people. So, The Men Will Talk to Me, the Mayo interviews. This is like a $25 book. It has a pretty good, decent resale on Amazon. It'll go to Amazon. This is actually about survivors from the Civil War in Ireland. You know, I went to Ireland a few years ago, and it's one of those things that, you know, growing up in the 80s, you know, and there was a lot of the Northern Ireland and, you know, a lot of that was always in the headlines. But went to Ireland a few years ago, and some of the history there, and if you go back to the, you know, the Irish Revolution, you know, in that, was it like 1918, 1920, 25 time frame? It's a fascinating history that in my mind it's hard to believe it's only like 100 years ago. And you know, it's when you see that, you understand some of the politics today. It helps you gain insight to that. But there was some real grim stuff in that time frame, and this is about survivors of the Civil War. So that just always blew my mind. We went to the There was one, the Gal, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like one of the prisons there from in that time period, you know, in Dublin, and it was an amazing tour and amazing history. And like I said, it just blew me away when I'm seeing this, that you know, you think about it, you know, something like that. I mean, that's still recent, right? It's within the last 100 years. So anyway, Keynesian Uncertain Revolution. I see this on Amazon for like 30 bucks. So, all right, this one I thought was cool. Look here, sundials. Their design, construction, and use. And this is like a $30 book as well. What always blows me away about this is my most recent, it was about a year ago. I was in Nuremberg and in Germany, and you're walking along, and up on the side of one of the buildings there in the old town, you know, there's these metal pieces and all, and it's like an old sundial, and you know, been there hundreds of years, and the construction of these, and it's just fascinating. So I love this subject matter. $30 book. All right, here's another boring tech book, time series analysis. I just happened to look this one up. This one sells anywhere from 58 to 100 on Amazon. I think I can get FBA. I can probably get maybe Fulfilled by Amazon. That's how I sell on Amazon. I think I can list this for maybe in the 60s. So it's good. This was a mathematical models, signal processing. This sucker should go for over 100 bucks, about 130 on Amazon. So I paid, I think I ponied up for this one. Look here, folks. I paid $6 for it. This place that I got these textbooks from, they have a lady that comes in. She's a retired engineer, and she prices the books. And I don't know that she actually scans or looks up. I think because there's some things she puts out there. She's had these aerospace airplane design books out on their shelves for over a year, and she wants like 50 bucks each for them. And I told them that, you know, they're nice books, but they only sell for about 10 bucks each online, and they just keep they're huge and they take up a lot of space on their shelf. But I was just talking to one of the ladies one time, and price them how you want to, but they've been there over a year. So it's funny how sometimes I'll find stuff that she'll have priced, and she'll put like $20 or $30 on it, and then sometimes I'll find something like $2, or in this case $6 for something that'll be $130 resale. So it's just hit or miss. This Poor But Proud, Alabama Poor Whites. This book, I've sold this before. This was a I don't know, Lillian Smith Award winner. It's, you know, I've sold it before. It's about a $20 book. This one's in really good condition. So this one kind of blew me away. And this kind of stuff it's just come alive, right? And somebody's, you know, total health through minerals, trace elements, and electrolytes. And I looked this up, and it was, if I send this into Amazon, it's got E-score 2, which means it's only selling like every 3 months or so. But it's like 100 bucks, like $98. It's bizarre. And, oh, look here. It's got a gift inscription from the author, B. Jenkins. There he is, Bernard Jensen. There he is, Jensen. Yeah. So, bonus. Not only do you have a book on the electrolytes, but it's signed by the guy that wrote it. Here's one that I don't have a price for yet, but it's Baird and Beard families. It's a genealogy reprint. You know, I like genealogy. I'll have to, this kind of stuff routinely will sell for 15 or 20. I'll see what it sells for, but okay, a couple more here. This one, Combat in the Sky, Air Power and Defense, North Vietnam. I got this one sold for like 50 bucks. So this is a good one. And then here's another one that I've got sold comps for 50 bucks. The Sword of Bushwhacker Johnston. And it's it has this thing here. Evidently it was out of print for a while. This is guerrilla warfare in North Alabama, you know, Civil War time frame. This guy Bushwhacker Johnston. It has original owner address there. I paid $3.50 for it. I do have sold comps on eBay of this one for $50. What's funny, when I went to check out, there's an older gentleman working, and he said, "Oh, Bushwhacker Johnston," and he said he used to do in his youth, he did some Civil War reenacting, and he said that they would portray particular characters, and he had a friend who had recently passed away, but his friend always had to be Bushwhacker Johnston. So that little side story there. Thought that was kind of fun. All right, here's the one that I'm actually was the most excited about. I don't know if it's gonna be the most profit, although it has some good profit potential. I just saw this book and I thought it was gorgeous. All right, so here's how it was on the shelf. All right, it just said, it was just kind of plain, but had this Thomas Edward Blake, and you can see it's got, you know, a family foundation here. And so it's just sitting there on the shelf. And so this is the type of thing, I don't know, my brain, my eyeball, I'm like, what is that book? That book's strange. Well, when you turn it, it's about Tom Blake, an uncommon journey of a pioneer waterman, about a pioneer surfer. Then look at this. All right, so I open it up, and it's got some surfing, old surfing photo there with the beach. And you can see I paid $2 for it. But then, as I flip it another page, I'll show you this. I thought this was, I was like, oh, I'm onto something here. This is the comps. You can see that this is a first printing, 2001, and it's got the numbered. There are only, 2,700 of them. This is number 819. It has to be careful here. It has some fold out sections of surfboard designs, and it's just full of old, just cool old photos. I think this is just a special book, right? I'm not into surfing, that sort of thing. This is a special book. I've found that on Amazon, if I looked it up, scanned it, only one sold on Amazon in the past 6 months, and there's some listed there for like $200. On eBay, I had 2 sold comps, one for $80 and one for $135 that had sold on eBay. There's some others listed, and they're listed anywhere from $80 to $400. But when I dug a little deeper, the $80 one that had sold on eBay was a paperback reissue. All right, so I'm going to do a little more research on this. A paperback reissue of this sold for $80. I don't know if I'll have to do a little more research to see if the one that sold for $135 was the original, but this is definitely, I thought this was just cool. I mean, how could you not? I mean, even if you're not into surfing, this is just a cool book, right? So that's it. Closing out 2023. No more sourcing for the year, but I feel like I closed out with some big winners. The textbooks, they'll do good, make good on those. Some really cool eclectic mix, right? And that's what's always fun. It amazes me, what you find, and just, I guess, as diverse as people are, that's as diverse as books are, right? That's the same thing. It's just a reflection of how, our interest and how diverse we are as a people. So anyway, that's it. Trying to find myself not knocking anything over here. Don't want a disaster. It happens. But remember, see cool, buy cool. I hope you had a great year. Let's lean forward into a great 2024. And I wish you, Happy New Year's, the best for you and your family, your friends. You guys be safe, have fun, and we'll keep doing this next year. See what happens. Talk to you soon. Bye.